in there. So here we go, guys. This is going to be, once more, Team Epic versus Team Kid. And here we go. Opening up the gates now. Let's see where teams are choosing to split.
Yeah, we see a 2-1 split for each team. They're going to their close point, of course, with one member of their team, and it seems like Team Kid wants to go for the initial cap on mid with Klala, but we see the stealth of the engineer going to far point. Kid Roy will be meeting up with Shuraj, who was able to get to this point, so the point is kept. He couldn't manage to get the decap off or be on time. And on the other side, we see that Jin actually could pull it off. The point is not available for them, but in mid too, we see Klala.
We have 3 1v1s. Just to note this off, we're starting this match off pretty differently here. Over here, we did have Shuraj actually. Suraj actually turned that around. Kid Roy turned that around and actually managed to take Shuraj out. So it looks like Kid Roy will be getting that point for his team.
And we see a disconnect from Klala in mid. That's why the key could be capped all the way through instantly. Now we of course see Shuraj getting back to Roy, but I don't think.
We're just waiting now for admin confirmation. Are we going to continue game or reset?
Of course, Roy actually fighting Shuraj. He needs to be very careful because he doesn't get caught off. The Guardian has actually some problems staying to him because of the slows, the glue bomb he got, and the dodges. So Kid Roy is able to pull that off. He scares him away. But of course, Mansion still kept for Epic as well as the clock tower right now. Stacey currently fighting Jin for Mansion. Jin just used his healing sword to heal up. 12 seconds cooldown on that. Stacey needs to be very, very careful. His health is dropping extremely low. The shatter is just not enough. He needs to really care. 10 seconds till his heal is up. So that will be crucial to stay back until his heal is back up. The heal of Jin just got back up. 3 seconds for him, but he goes down for that. So, a more or less easy win for Jin. He can pull that one off pretty nicely.
Alright guys, so just we did assume we did get confirmation from the admins. Disconnects are part of the game, as we are going to call them. They will not be prone to resetting matches, so we will be sort of not ignoring those, but acknowledging them as part of the game if they do happen.
And actually, we see Klala getting to Stasic, getting the Raz off due to the kill on Jin, who went down. And now we see on Mansion as well, on Windmill as well, the pressure again from Shuraj. Roy is popping his Raz Elixir. He didn't go up just quite there. So bad for him. But Shuraj's getting that point very well done.
Alright, so Shuraj will take that very close, that's like literally probably 1 or 2 health points would have ticked him back up. It was looking that close. So Shuraj will take that point. We do have another 1v1 going on between the Guardians over here at the middle. Taking a look at that now with Kleiner K at the moment. Kid. I'm sorry I'm really bad with the names today. Klala. Sorry about that. So Kid Klala will actually leave the point, realizing he's not going to have much luck taking out this Guardian. So he will actually, we're going to be seeing them moving over here to match it out. Team Kid actually having a rough time getting onto a point. Do note, however, they did have that disconnect, which did put them behind, unfortunately. They are currently up at 176 points, only about 150 away from winning this, or actually, sorry, yeah, 150 away from winning the game now.
Actually, Roy pulled it off. Shuraj is leaving Windmill right now, so they will be able to get that point as well as mentioned. So the chase begins for Team Kid. They want to catch up to Team Epic right now. 100 points behind, so they could do that if they keep those 2 points. Says it got stunned by the supply drop. Really needs to be careful. It seems to be just standing around now, reacting. Finally using his heal pretty early, in my opinion. He could have used that later to have more effect. He just used like 4k of his heal, but Claw is there to get down the burst. Jin actually pretty low right now and is getting down fairly quickly, in my opinion. Yeah,
and let's move back over here now to Shuraj over here, who just took out... Oh no, the interrupt. It looks like we're might have a one-on-one or a down fight here. No, Shuraj will be able to get that stomp off, so they will get that point back for the red team now over at the Windmill. Nice job to Shuraj. It looks like this... No, the bleeds almost took him out there, so he almost went down. But anyway, back over here at the mansion, we do have Yin sort of being bleeded out here now. Team Kid sort of trying to buy themselves as much time as humanly possible. Because of that disconnect, they were put behind pretty badly due to that. Moving over to... We do have that. And now it looks like teams are going to be moving over into the middle now, as we see. We do have
on Windmill. Actually,
Yeah.
Claw started fighting with Shuraj, but the teams are now moving into mid. Stacy actually pulling the Moa off on Kleiner K. He needs to be very careful now as the Shatter goes down. Roy actually joining too, so he could be down fairly quickly here, going out of Moa at some extent, but is going down, and he lagged from me and dropped down to the stairs.
And now looking over here at the clock tower, now Team Kid will be taking that back in their favor. Looking again now, the red team, our red team for today is only 100 points away from winning this game now, and moving on into the quarterfinals. But Team Kid actually pulling back here pretty nicely. They do have the 2 cap downs. They still have a pretty good chance of bringing themselves back into this. Looking over to the match now, we're about to have another contested. Kid Stasic about to take on Yin Kirisi, and Kirisi wasting no time pulling him off. And I think Stasic's AFK or disconnect. Oh, he was away there for a second, so Yuri's gonna use that to his advantage now, using the bomb kits, throwing out a lot of stuff. But we do have the burst coming in now from the Mesmer down Stasic. He's using his gear shield to block out a pretty good amount of that. He does have his heal turret available, so he will be able to counter this a little bit. Stasic getting low. We're gonna go over to her point of view now, jumping in. She has used her heal. She has the illusion of light, but she cannot use that on herself, obviously. So we are gonna see another close illusionary shatter coming here.
We got the distortion up again. We see that right now to avoid the damage, because he needs to wait for his heal come back up, which is 3 seconds from now. But another shatter on Jin with the interrupt, and
nice.
Very well placed Blurred Frenzy, getting him into down state, and again letting him bleed so that they can buy more time. But actually it seems like they will have a bad time. They need 150 points, so they will need the decap on Windmill to be able to pull that off. But Clawler just died there.
So he is going to go down now, and we do have Epic. Looks like they're sort of just going to turtle it out over here on the Windmill now, waiting for that 150 points. We do have one person aggressing over here at Mansion. Actually, sorry, that was the one that died over there at Mansion, so he's waiting there now. Going over to the clock tower again. But nothing happening there. We are sort of waiting for spawns on red team to come off now, and as they are just sort of turtling now over at the Windmill, there needs to be an all-in play, unfortunately, for Team Kid, because they got put so far behind with that disconnect. A very unfortunate part of the game for them. But now we actually are going to see red team move off a little bit. Their warrior's going to come around for a ninja cap, but it looks like Kid Kalala is ready for this sort of, and
we see Kalala pushing on Windmill quite late. 20 points left for the red team, Team Epic, to pull this win here off. The question is, can Kalala actually decap it in time? While we see the 2-man push on mid, Jin and Shurai trying to hammer on Roy, which they are able to do. The point almost got decapped. Stasic standing on the ledge to do the damage.
Oh, yes.
With the Eviscerate, Roy is going into downstate right there.
We do have him get up with the illusion of life, though. He's coming back into it, so it's now a 2v2 here for the middle. We still have that capture point going off, and in just about 10 seconds, they will win the game with that one capture point. He's trying to do his best. We're going to go over to the Windmill to look at that action now. Trying to do his best to decapture. Both these Guardians are getting extremely low. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough time, and it looks like the red team will be moving on. So congratulations to Team Epic for that.
Moving into the quarterfinals right there, so they will be... No, they won't be meeting anyone. But Troll Like a Schreiber actually has his opponent set with... This will be made in Meta Solmani. They're one of their teams. They got 2 teams in there. But we also have a second team of Team Unnamed, which we'll see in a couple of matches. But the next match will actually be all your cap points are belonging to us against 2.5 Wolf, which I will be cheering for because they got the Wolf in their name, of course.
Alright guys, we'll be right back as we set up for the next match. Just hang on just a second.